Okay, what you don't know about me, I love rap, but I don't like it when they degrade one another in rap. Like, I'm not trying to hear anybody call themselves the N word. Put that energy out there, the universe hears it, it responds to it, and it echoes it back to you. Now, what a lot of people don't realize in quantum science, cause and effect. And if I hear one more kid tell me I don't know anything about quantum physics, I'm going to tell them quantum physics knows less about itself than I know about them. Word. So, anyway, if, and other people know, we just don't talk about it. Why? Because they're not trying to be social media mavens. They're trying to actually figure out how the universe works. And you'd be surprised. It's often the people that are uneducated in the field of quantum physics. What am I educated in? I'm self-educated. I have read a lot of books on people, not what they did, but the person themselves. And then you find out about what they did. You know why? Because you might meet a celebrity and think they're great, right? Wow, this person's so great. And have met a lot of celebrities, not all of them are great. Having dated some, not all of them are great. Having loved some, not all of them are great. Just saying, they're human, just like you and me. Now, they might have their own, makeup artist or a lot of people that really, really like them. But that doesn't mean those people know them. And if they knew them, would they feel the same way about them? If you stripped away their fame, they would still be just like you and just like me. Do you ever, once someone loses their fame, their attention, their lives change. You see people take their lives, or you see people resort to self-suffering, drugs, alcohol, physical abuse, and it's not great. So they're suffering the same way you are, only in front of a bunch of people. And to you that might seem easier, but to them it's even lonelier, because when you don't have anyone, you always imagine you still have hope. You're like, if I could just get a couple of people that can support me and be there for me. But imagine having millions of people, and all of a sudden one day you have millions of dollars, and then you don't, because your agent or your manager rips you off and takes all of your money while you're doing drugs and stuff. And then they're taking your house, and they're doing all of these things, all of these people that pretend they love you, and then they don't. So everyone's fall is different, but a broken heart is a broken heart, and a broken spirit is a broken spirit. So you have like cause and effect. Say you're sitting there and you're like, I don't really believe what she's saying. No, I call it karma. Well, yeah, if you want to simplify it, say karma. But karma goes both ways. The fact that you're saying karma, that's like saying, I told you so. And when you say, I told you so, the universe has it echo back to you. I'm going to give you instances of my son's Instagram. My son, when he was laying in bed and I was trying to get him motivated to like do his own social media or engage with other kids struggling, through drug addiction, like him. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, hey, no, look at this really pretty girl. She's so pretty. And not realizing how creepy that is for a mom to say to their son, oh, she's really pretty. And I'll flash some lights behind me. What's that? It's just car shedding light. So anyway, he wasn't interested. The next day in his inbox, there was this girl, and she wrote this message. I have some sexy pictures I want to send your son. I know it might seem a little odd. He's like laying in bed. He must be getting bored. Verbatim my thoughts, only it sounded so creepy coming from her. I was just like, oh, that's how I sounded. How creepy is that? And I was just like, oh, it was a good try there, sister. But I wasn't mean to her. I laughed. I was just like, oh, your payback for me trying to show him a pretty girl yesterday. This is payback. You just taught me a lesson. Thank you. And my daughter had seen the message before I saw it, and she thought it was the funniest thing. She showed it to her friends. She's like, did someone seriously write this to my mom? This is just too much. And the chance that girl probably thought no one was going to read it. I mean, he gets a lot of messages, but it was pretty funny. So the things that happen in our lives are exact. Like, this car in front of me, the rear end is cracked. Every time something happens to my car, I know why after a minute of thinking, okay, what did I do there, and there, and there, and there, and there. Now, say someone tells you not to open the refrigerator to in their house while they're gone. They're going, I don't want you to open my refrigerator. And you do anyway. You're like, you do anyway. You don't do anything else, but you open the fridge. You know what's going to happen at your house? You're going to open the refrigerator and you're going to forget to close the door and everything's going to go back. That's why that stuff happens. That's why it happens. You know what happens when you don't pay your electricity? It always happens that they turn it off the day after you went grocery shopping. And it's always on a freaking Friday or something. And then you can't get it turned back on. Unless you have a small baby or something. Or a medical emergency or something. They'll make sure all that food goes down. Because the universe will say, why didn't you pay your electricity bill first? Why? That's how it works. It's not nice sometimes. It doesn't do it all the time that way. On what you were saying, say your friend is trying to diet and you're buying expensive food for your diet and your friend can't afford them and you're just talking about their diet all the time. Well, and your friend actually can afford the things for their diet. You just don't have the willpower. And instead of you saying, hey, why don't we cook meals together, or why don't we hang out, and you're just too busy telling them and say you live close by, and you're too busy being high-handed, you're like, check me out, and all of a sudden your food goes bad. The universe works out. It like puts its hands on its hip and goes, excuse me, that wasn't nice. Your friend's over there crying now. That was so not cool. Remember that time you were crying and nobody cared and looked out for you? Now you're doing it to your friend. Oh, and then your friend's going to do it right back to you, because what's going to happen is they're going to end up going to like some spa for a couple of weeks, or they're going to fall in love even more. They're going to fall in love because they've heard about you talking about your relationship for the past year, and they're going to fall in love with some guy that needs to lose a few pounds too. And then they both end up going to the gym together, and they both end up being really hot. And then all of a sudden, there you are. That happens. That happens. So the universe has all kinds of ways, and we call it karma. It's cause and effect, only it's so much more intense, but I'm way too tired to go into detail. It's way more intense. Like, I don't know. I used to want nirvana. Now I don't. It's too much work. I don't want to be that good ever. I care less. Seriously, good. I could care less at this point. I'm like, everybody else is a hot mess. I'll be a hot mess too. So anyway, but we come back as animals and all kinds of things, from what I've figured. Now, I don't know if we start out as animal and we become human, and being human is like our punishment. But being an animal is being punished too. But it's as if being an animal is, it says the meek shall inherit the earth. So what does that mean? I keep trying to figure out what that means. The meek shall inherit the earth. Meek. What do you think of as meek? I think meek is, it means something else. So, you and I, because of the language, we've decided, we've taken a Greek language, we've made an English language out of it. And I'm pretty sure those words were not intended to be everything we think they are. Meek could be 7 pages of descriptive, because I don't even know how to pronounce it properly. SophrosynE, I think SOPHROSYNE means in moderation. But it's a very long story, just like Einstein's E equals MC squared. Like when God tells you something, and one word has a huge meaning. It's just not one little simple. It's like a story. It's a whole essence to the word. And so his meanings are very poetic within themselves. If you Google the word I just said, you'll see. And it's in Plato's works. And Martin Luther King spoke of it, and that's where I saw it for the first time, when I read a book about Martin Luther King. And that was, I think it was like 15 years ago, maybe 16 years ago, sometime around there. And I think I was 40 or 39. I think I was 39. And I think the name of the bell is it When the Bell Tolls, When the Trumpet Sounds, or something like that. I don't remember. I've read so many books, I don't even remember. I don't know how you people remember the names of all the books you read. I remember the book more than I remember the author or the name of the book. I remember who the book is about and what information I took about the person's character, integrity, and spirit. Now, when I read that Martin Luther King tried to commit suicide, it made sense. If you try to kill yourself, the universe eventually will let you be killed at some point. It's like you said you wanted to die, and it's always when you, like, right there, trying to do something great, you're like, son of a God. So be very careful. Some people, when they want to die, they want it to do it as revenge. So if you want to do it as revenge, the universe will have someone avenge. They're like, no, let me save you. Oh, no, wait, he got to you anyway. It'll be messed up, or the person that you love the most will end up being. Say you try to take your life and you live, and this person fosters you and nurses you back to good health. The universe might take them away from you later, dependent upon how you treat others that are in the same situation as you. Just might. It depends on your intention. So the only thing I know is I try to live in gratitude. It's not always easy. It's not always easy. Why? Because I've had so much go wrong. And the universe is like, stop trying to be good. It's an effort. Do you know that most people that do good don't want to? They don't want to. They want you to contribute to the good. They don't want to be like, I'm the person that steps out of your way all the fucking time. I'm always the one moving out of somebody's way. Oh, here, let me get out of your way. Once in a while, I won't. And then people are like, oh, you're a bitch. I'm like, why? Because it's the first time okay, maybe you didn't see the other 400 times that I got out of the way, especially when I'm walking my dog. I'm like, sure, we'd love to get out of your way. And then I passive aggressively say, I hope you have the fucking worstest day of your life. This is so fucking annoying. I don't scream it out loud. But my energy screams it out loud. And sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just keep going and going. The universe is trying to test me. I'm just going to keep going. So you have to remember that whatever you put out there comes back to you. But the fact that I'm the one that always gets out of everyone's way, except for maybe once or twice, it means most people are assholes. Because I'm walking down the street quite a bit sometimes. And this guy with this blinker, sure, I'd like to shove my car. Whatever, chick. So she's like, I'm like totally clueless. I'm just going to shove my way in here. Yeah, I'm going to switch 4 lanes all at the same time. But you know what? Someone's going to do it to her. When you're in a car, everything you do happens to you. I did really stupid things when I was younger. 26 years ago. I wouldn't say I had any anxiety about like life, but I did about certain people. Like I used to travel from LA to Sacramento a lot because my family's in Sacramento. And at the time, I was driving, the time that I remember all of this, I had a 560 SL Mercedes. And it's a little teeny tiny car. You see, it was brand new car. I got the last year that they made that flat top model of it. The hard top came off and then the convertible was underneath. And those are tiny cars, and those aren't the smartest cars to drive around with a baby without a seatbelt on. When I was a kid, we didn't have seatbelts. My mom said my dad made a seatbelt contraption for me, though, to keep me in the car. And my dad is good at inventing things. I'm kind of like a MacGyver, too. I always want to try to MacGyver stuff. But If I had a workshop and tools at my disposal and I could just sit there and tinker, I'd probably sit there and tinker. But all that stuff costs a lot of money, and it's just a lot of time and energy. And I'm too impulsive to, I don't know. Like even when I paint, a lot of artists, they measure. They make sure the head and the shoulder, they make sure everything's even because they want to sell their art. I'm able to sell my art. I've given some away though. But I'll sell my art one day. But it will be because it predicts things. Not because it's super fancy, but it predicts things. And it means more to the environment than you know. Also, many artists, they don't even realize that Banksy, poor Banksy, I don't know who Banksy is, but one day we're going to know who Banksy is. I'm going to figure out who Banksy is. That's going to be when I'm going to study his art or her art, whoever it is. Because the day Banksy shredded his painting, Noah had been wearing a heart shirt and someone else was wearing a heart. The hearts just kept aligning. And then he sold that painting and he shredded it, and then Noah was able to speak. And this is no joke. We artists and creatives, we align. Now, me being a psychic, I'm able to find these messengers that give me insight into this theory. And Stephen Hawking had stated that the person that would write this theory, it would be based on a life occurrence, their life occurrences. And so with me, because I'm a psychic, I'm able to find things that a scientist would have to study for like 10 years to come up with these. Like, look at Neil deGrasse. I wanted to be super excited about going to see him. I was super excited. I was super excited to go meet Neil deGrasse, and like I was sure I was going to meet him and tell him about all these things that I know. And he was busy on stage trying to sell his book. He's a good comedian now. I didn't know he was accused of rape. I lost all respect for him. I did. Now, I knew something was going to happen to him. That night, I was just like, this dude's not going to have a heart attack. But if I say he's going to have a heart attack, then I'm going to have a heart attack. I want to have a heart attack. Because every time I predict something, it happens to someone in my family too. And I'm like, wow. Or just a different version. It's like variations. And but it's only based on the intention. The person has to have, you can hex people. I'm going to tell you how it works. Don't do it, but I'm going to tell you how it works. Because if you do it, it comes back to you. So say, here's an instance. I'm watching a Tai Lopez video, and he's live. He's on Facebook. He was live, and he was shooting hoops. So he's standing there shooting hoops with the camera crew and a bunch of people. And he kept shooting, and I'm like, swoosh, he's going to make it. Swoosh, he's going to make it. I'm like, he's going to miss, and he missed. He's going to miss, and he missed. He's going to trip, and he tripped. All I had to do was wish physical injury on him, and I got messed up. But this is what happened. The universe recognizes he's disrespectful to women. That's why I wanted him to try. I'm like, he's mean to girls. Like, he doesn't even realize how degrading he is to women. He calls them stupid, like on camera. Talks about how dumb people are all the time. People in the world. That doesn't make you an intellectual. That just makes you knowledgeable. But that doesn't make you smart. Being smart is being kind. Now, he might very well be a generous person, but I have no idea. Is he kind when no one's looking? But I like his grandma. And I love that he loves his grandma so much. Sometimes I think maybe he's just highly intelligent and he's like me. He doesn't know. He doesn't have a filter. He thinks because he's made it that he's better. And I've learned the hard way that's not always true. Because some people like me fine, and some people think I'm a real bitch. My daughter says I'm arrogant. Tonight I was at the nursing facility. Oh, anyway, guess what happened when that video stopped? I got up to get out of my bed and I went, bam! I was like, oh, I got fucked up. That's messed up. So just know it happens. It happens, it happens, it happens. Now, when I was moving, my daughter rented the moving truck. I'm going to show you how this stuff works. My daughter rented the moving truck. And I didn't feel like driving the moving truck like to this person's storage unit, my son's friend. So I let them drive the storage unit and the moving truck to the storage unit, and he crashed the moving truck and did $600 worth of damage. And the truck was in my daughter's name. Well, he didn't tell us that he did it. So the universe gave him the opportunity to tell us he did it, and he didn't. And my daughter got really upset. And then she wanted him to get in trouble. So it's like, I want to report him, blah, blah, blah. So this was her test, right? So trust me, I've already had my test in there. I keep paying for my tests all the time. But he didn't tell her. So the universe, like the next day, he lost the keys to his car. So he had to pay to have someone open his car or make a new key or whatever. Then, when my daughter mentioned it to my son didn't want to do anything about it. And then his friend totaled his car, and he didn't have the insurance to pay for it. So he lost his car over not telling my daughter that he crashed the truck. And then my car, because I didn't enforce anything, my son would end up, while he was on drugs, kick my Mini Cooper. Like he kicked in the door. He was mad. And he cracked the windshield when he threw his phone. I was like, son of a bitch. But the universe, and I let it go. Why? Because he was coming off of drugs. You can't control, but that doesn't mean it's easy to deal with. That was not easy to deal with. So then it just keeps going, right? It just keeps going. And then my daughter crashed her car. And she had insurance. but other stuff. So, anyway, the universe is very exact. That's why I'm always like waking up going, it's like hell. Once you know how the universe works, now for those of you that are really super happy, it's just because you haven't reached your really, oh my God, my life is going so great. And then, unless you're just a really loving, caring, compassionate human being, and this is your good life, because we all get a good life, everybody gets a good life. But maybe my good life, where it's like good from beginning to end, maybe I'll just be a cute little puppy born into like one of those bougie homes where they just tote me around and feed me the best of everything. And I just have a really long, happy life. Maybe that's what's gonna happen. And I have like a couple other puppy friends in the house and we just like all love each other. Maybe that's gonna be my life. That wouldn't be a horrible life. You don't have to work and you're humans like researching all the best things for you. My poor pets, they get stuck with me. Like, damn, she doesn't even take care of herself. But I am going home right now to care for them. I treat them just like I treat me. Only better, mostly. My dog had chicken for breakfast. I had a grilled cheese sandwich. So, but the universe is very exact. So whatever you do, undo it. Or at least say, if someone did this to me, would I care? And if you say no, then go with it because it's going to happen to you and then you just won't care. But it'll also happen until you do care. So anyway, I'm just trying to figure out the universe. And I'm off on some of this stuff, but I'll figure it out. Just need to take me some time. Right now I'm distracted and focused and distracted and focused. I mean, I go see my son and I'm doing these things, but part of me is somewhere else all the time. Like, I'll be giving him a facial and stuff, and I'm like, how the fuck am I going to take care of both of us and the pets? Will I be able to do it? Is this my big test, or is God going to let Noah walk and everything's going to be okay and I'm going to write my book in time and I'll be okay? I don't know what he's got in store. I just know there's the light. There's the light. Hey, Jesus. Listen. Isn't that cool? I'm throwing the light at you. See? I've got superpowers coming from my hands. Woo! That's so good. Sometimes I entertain myself in the most inappropriate ways. I'm like a 14-year-old boy with too much time on my hands. So when I was a kid, I used to like to watch this show. I can't remember the name of it. But it was a Japanese show. What was this? Oh God, it was like this giant robot. I can't remember the name of it. Son of a gun. But then I liked to watch Godzilla. What was the name? Because it was a robot. Astro, no. Something. Sure, just walk in front of me in the dark, in the rain. I've done that, but not right in front of a car in the dark, in the rain. But the universe, see, if you, even if no one's in the road, the universe will make sure you're doing this. Oh, so anyway, I was going to talk about the times that I drove with my daughter, nursing her while I was driving. She would just fall asleep on my lap because I didn't want to stop at truck stops and I didn't want to be on the side of the road in that Mercedes. And I would drive. Now the universe recognizes my intention. I wasn't doing anything erratic or anything. So later on in life, I would get in a bunch of car accidents. One for every. That's why I just kept getting in car accidents. I was just like, jeez. Or flat tires. I don't know what that one's about. I don't think anybody has gotten as many flat tires without like someone purposely doing it to them as I've gotten in the past. So would it be 5 years? Maybe, I don't know when it started. But man, I got a lot. And I need to figure that one out. That math equation I need to figure out. So I will figure it out. I don't feel like figuring it out today, that's for sure. I'm going to sleep. So I'd like to go home and feed the pets. Put some pajamas on. I have to take the dog out. Give the cat a shot. Like brush my teeth and wash my face. And just sleep for a little while. I'm super, super tired. Because I have to wake up at like 5:30. I know I'm switching facilities tomorrow. So then I will take him to his new facility. They'll take him to his new facility. I'll meet him at the new facility. I don't know why I said that. I'll meet him at the new facility. And it's 2 hours away. But fortunately, I can spend the night there. So, oh well. I have to drive there twice tomorrow. That's gonna freaking suck. It's like driving to Sacramento. I'm giving my daughter rides to work. This is a train. Not so much. So, this is a lot. This is a lot. No clue. So now I gotta figure out how to work and go visit my son, who's 2 hours away, and care for my pets. And listen to little shitheads on the internet saying, "Get a job, lady." I'm like, okay. When it happens in your life, this little test that you're judging me for, give me a call and tell me how it goes, because I'd like to know how you do it. Because it is not easy to do this stuff without getting mad at God and the universe, without shedding some tears, without swearing, without eating shit food, because I just don't have the willpower to give two shits about myself, because the second I do, they fuck my son up. The second I care about myself, it's like the universe goes after my children. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? Why would you do that? And I'm sure when I figure out the math equation, I'm gonna look at the universe. All I see are these little fucking smug smiley faces around me. And Noah has one, a smiley face on his middle finger, and he has a cross on his middle finger. And he has a cross near his eye. So he wants another cross for his ear. I'm like, dude, I'd be putting crosses in both ears if I were you. And if I can let mom draw a fake tattoo on your eye, on your other eye, because God does not fuck around with that cross. Do you ever notice people that wear the cross? They're doing it to protect themselves from themselves. And like, when I was wearing a cross for a minute, man, I broke those things. Something inside of me said, get these things away from you. And every time I went near one, like, it was just like, wow, what the hell's going on? I'm not supposed to have these. I don't know what the hell that means. I'm not supposed to have these. And no, I'm not. See? So, but that cross is a symbol of suffering. That would be like walking around with a casket all day. Hey, I might need this tonight. It's like you're just anticipating suffering. Like, what kind of person looks at a cross and says, this will protect me? Now, good deeds will protect you. They for sure will protect you. But that's like, see, someone you love dies in a car accident because someone ran them off the road. Those keys they had, or the mangled, metal, you're not going to want to keep that. Why do we keep crosses? That's like, I don't know, if I die a horrific death, I hope my kids don't keep the weapons that kill me. I would be really bummed out. I'd rather they keep, the spirit of me alive. I would think it was really fucking dark and really creepy if they showed up every day to worship the car, the wreckage, while I'm like buried somewhere, cremated or whatever. And I know we think we do it out of respect, but imagine how he feels. I'm like, I don't know how I would feel if nobody ever let me die. If they haunted my spirit every day, all day, for the rest of eternity. Crying. Look at the dark world we live in. We are symbolic of what we put on, Christ. But maybe I have them all wrong. Maybe I'm reading them all wrong. Maybe he wants to be dead. Maybe he wants people to suffer for him, through him. Maybe he's mad. Maybe he's not as saintly, or maybe he's super saintly. I just never would do that. But he's like, look at what you do. Come on. You're sitting here saying, oh, I'll go through all of this to help mankind. I'm like, I'm not doing it to help mankind. I'm doing it to help myself. He's like, What do you think you'll end up doing with the money? I would help a lot of people because I'm a loser like that. And I'd end up helping people that would never help me. Hell, I'm going through one of the hardest times in my life. There are a whole lot of people that give a shit. They're just like, whatever, lady. Like, it's okay. It's alright. And then there are a lot of people going through just as much, if not worse. And death is horrible. It's horrible. Living is horrible too sometimes. We just hope, right? We go through life and we carry that hope with us. I hope things get better. I have faith things will get better. You know what you gotta have faith in? That you'll try harder. Whatever it is, if it's to compliment people or to help people carry their bags or to pick up some litter if you see it or to recycle or to tell people or pets that you love them, to thank your elevator, to thank your car, to show gratitude to the universe and God in the sense that He is everything. We don't do that. We detach ourselves from people all the time. Like, I can't talk to you. I don't know you. You're a stranger. And the irony is, I don't think any of our energy is strangers. I mean, we're not strangers. We somehow crossed paths with one another before. Damn it. I'm trying to find a place to park. Justin, why are you leaving? That would be amazing. Nope, can't park there. There's no parking. So anyway, I'm gonna see you guys later. I'm really tired today.